So I didn't write this book, really. These messages came to me from widows, Gold Star mothers, and family members who lost someone in service, in a stateside accident or suicide. And it's this beautiful, loving message that they gave to their loved ones. And you know, the press really wanted to know, how did they die? How's their family doing? What's going on? What's going on? But when they got word, several of these people, when they got word that I was writing this book, they said, please, we got to tell you this story because it's so real. This experience was just so real for me, and we don't have anyone to tell, and nobody believes us. And so the word got out to these Gold Star mothers, and they started, the Gold Star wives and mothers, and they started passing this on then to other people. So it was word of mouth how I collected the stories. And in this book, Baby It's You, Messages from Deceased Heroes, every story is attached to their song, which was their song. And that kind of comes out from where I've been in my life. I just finished my career now, 38 years as a dance professor at Pacific Lutheran University in Tacoma, Washington. And just stepping into the ranks now of phased retirement, which feels great. But in the last 15 to 18 years, I've always believed that this awareness extends beyond the body. And I think that came from dance at first, where I could sense that energy field when you're moving with other people, and then it moved on from there. And I started to develop a course called Healing Arts of Mind and Body, because my body could not keep teaching dance at the level of technique that I did 38 years ago. So I developed this course, and it became really popular and explores different energy medicines and that work of blending the energy and the spirituality together. And I also became very interested in the International Association of Near-Death Studies, where we talked about yesterday, where these people flatline, they go over and they come back. So for about 4 years, I went to every single meeting at the Seattle Ions and tried to learn as much as I can about this awareness that extends beyond the body. And then I would take it and put it into some of my choreography and some of the work that I did at the university and kind of blend that place. And then a first sabbatical project came along, which was Live from the Other Side, and I collaborated with a gal in the healthcare industry who works with assisted living. She's actually the CEO, and she's had a near-death experience where she can see and sense those on the other side. So I said, Noel, I think I need your assistance in writing this book because of your connection to the other side. So together we wrote that book. Then I began to explore that whole area of the intuition and developed a tool that I worked with, as Justine has with the tarot cards, and it's really taken off for me in the last 15 years, so that's been exciting. And people were starting to come to me, and they were saying, can you tell me what that message is from the other side, from my loved one? So I would put my cards down, and I would try to read it, and I'm not a medium, I'm not somebody who has that direct portal of communication, but I somehow sensed that I could get that message for them that was healing, and it was releasing some of their grief. As long as it released some of their grief, that was what was most important to me, and that was what the intention was. So anyway, I don't know, in the last 10 years in my choreography, I started to get interested in military themes, and I did different pieces about destruction and war and the loneliness and the grief and all that heaviness that dealt with war, and also kind of the celebration after war and the love connections that happen for couples when they're separated and they come together. And I created these in dances as I went along the years. And so then I thought, you know what? I looked at Nola when we finished that book and I said, I think I know what my next book is. I want to work with military heroes. So in this book, she called him baby and he called her baby. And that's why I called it Baby It's You. Some of you will remember that song back from the Shirelles of Baby It's You. You might remember that song way back there. And so I used that theme of that song, Baby It's You, Messages from Deceased Heroes. So that's how I got the title. And it was word of mouth how the stories came. And I created a beautiful video with a fellow by the name of Jeffrey Piddle in Los Angeles. He got on board with my project because he has a heartfelt connection with vets. And he said, Maureen, I'd like to help you with this. So together we collaborated. We probably made 3 or 4 changes in the video just working with him. I can't tell you what an honor it was to work with somebody at that level of professionalism. So what we did is we took some of the songs, which was their songs, and we put those in the background so you'll see it. And we're going to be able to sit back and look at the images and kind of sense what this was about.